everyone, Diane here, welcome to my studio. Today we're going to paint a quick Christmas tree because we started off with a Christmas tree and I think we probably should end with a Christmas tree for the end of the month before we get into Advent, which is coming soon. So this is a very simple Christmas tree and painted in an original kind of way, because I do like to offer you unusual and different ways of doing things. So what I've done is I'm working on a piece of hot pressed Meeden watercolor paper, 100% cotton, 140 pound, and I have quickly sketched in right at the top there a star. That's the top point of the tree, and then I'm going to imagine a triangle going down like that. If you want to draw in the triangle to make it easier, that's fine. I've just put the 3 points, the top and the 2 sides. And then a pot underneath just as a guide and an indication of where the ground is going to be. For this one, I'm going to use one of my brushes. Tamsin said to me, you really should show people that you're using these brushes, the ones that have actually got your name written on them. So these are the ones that are available as a collaboration with Craftamo, and they're beautifully labelled, and they are really nice brushes actually. I haven't cracked open that set yet. I'm using my sample brushes, which they sent to me while we were still designing them. But anyway, they are available now. That's going to be too big for this painting, I think, so I will go for the smaller one, the number 9 round. Okay, so I'm going to just move this clutter and put my Kuretake paints this way round so you can see the greens. Lots of greens here in this set. I think I need a bigger table. Right, so that's all the greens there, going from greenish yellow, lime, sap green light, hooker's green, olive green, malachite green. This is sap green deep, and forest green and viridian, all of those greens. And there's a turquoise here. And over this side here, we've got black, which we can use to make any of those greens darker if we wish to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use lots of water, and I'm going to just do a sort of dotty tree. We'll put the, the star on later. But we'll start with the top of the tree. So leaving lots and lots of gaps, we're going to just imagine ourselves going down here, right? Going down to the side, and I'm going to just go from one to the next of the colours. Just picking up and doing this. I don't know how actually to describe what I'm doing. How would you describe that? I'm putting lots of water on the brush, picking up quite a bit of pigment, letting it be really loose, and then just putting blobs, which I'm then connecting to each other. And the reason for this is I want the colours to be varied as we go down. I want to leave lots of spaces for the decorations and so on. Whoops. And we're coming down to the darker colours now because we're getting towards the bottom. I won't use the malachite because that's a little bit different from all the rest. And you can do this as tidily or as loosely as you want. You might want to make this line a little bit curved if you want to have some indication of perspective, but it's not obligatory to do that, but I think I've done that there. And then, so we just let that do its thing. I'm not going to fiddle with it. If you can fiddle with it if you want, if you're not happy with what you've achieved. So then but I wouldn't bother. And then I'm going to pick up some brown, and I'm just going to do the top of the pot like that in dark brown. And then clean my brush and then pick up some yellow ochre. And then I'm just going to put that in for the pot. It could be red, you could do any colour. And then just drag that down like that to give me a nice variegated pot. And you could do it in red, but I thought I would do it like that and then put a gold ribbon round it. As you can see, I've gone a bit lopsided, gone a bit too far that way. So it's got a very big pot. We're not worried about anything looking strange, are we? Put a bit more brown in there and let it dry a little bit, and then we'll come back and do the next step. That was fun. Okay, so now the next bit, which is to do the star. I'm going to paint the star in gold. And I've got here a set of Etcher Lab gold paints, which I think is about $30 or $39 or something like that from their website. And it's nice because it's got lots of different shades of gold and bronze and so on. So all sorts of different options there, and they're pretty opaque, so they work well. And so I'm just going to draw in the star like that. And then using the same paints, I shall paint in some baubles on the tree. I'm not quite sure which colour of this I'm going to use. Probably not, I don't know, maybe that. Perhaps a few in that dark colour. It'll probably dry lighter. And then some more in the lighter gold. This is a matter of making it up as you go along, really. This one's going to be a little bit different from my model, my first one. But that always happens, you know. You can't do anything the same twice. And anyway, why would you want to? So I might put a few red ones on too, as well. And you can decorate your tree exactly how you want it, can't you? And just do that. I'm not sure about this dark. It looks too much like brown. I think I'm going to lift some of that out. And then I think it will look better. Oops. Yeah, that's better. It doesn't want to be that dark. Not quite sure what happened there, but there we are. You never know. And then I shall take my gold pen and I'm going to put some connecting, because these red ones are meant to be the lights. So now we have some, you know, I might have to put a few more red ones in. So we just go however, whoever, whatever. A few more reds, perhaps. And then on my other one, I had a little gold ribbon around here like that. So I think I'll probably do the same thing because that's really simple. And then I'll just pick up some brown again, a little bit of brown to do the earth. On top of the pot. And then you could do, if it was a wooden barrel, you'd have lines coming down like that, so you could do that. And then we'll stand it on the ground like that. And if you wanted to, you could put some Christmas packages, couldn't you? You could do some nice maybe dark green on this side. And maybe dark red, little one here. Try not to let it run. So there we are. One Christmas tree and a couple of parcels. And that was a very quick and easy one. You could go over the star as well with your pen if you wanted to make it a little bit more definite. And you can go round your baubles if you want to. The same thing if you want to make them a little bit more definite. You can do all sorts of things, but that's just a really neat way of doing a tree just quickly like that. So there's the original. And there's my today's version. And as you can see, they always come out differently. This one's a bit more liberated. This one's a little bit more constrained. So you pay your money and you take your choice, as they say in England. So have fun. I think that's probably a 5-minute tree. Have fun, give it a try, and I will see you again soon for Advent, which I think starts on, in our country anyway, on the 3rd of December. So I'll let you go and I'll see you again soon. So bye everybody. Bye bye.